Are you sitting at home right now? Motivation at an all-time low? We heard from many of our smart academics that they are struggling to motivate themselves to work during Corona lockdown. And we wanted to respond to your troubles. Hi, this is Bärbel from Dress Academic. In this video, I'll help you picking up motivation and move yourself into the productive zone. We'll start with having a closer look at what motivation actually is and how it works. Then you will understand why common ways to tackle low motivation fall short. And then I will give you 4 great strategies to get motivated that actually work. And finally, I let you know how you can implement this for yourself over the next couple of days. So after watching that video, you can jump right into action. So what do you need to know about motivation? There's a common misconception that you need to be motivated to do something or to start working on a task. Motivation is seen as a precondition, an emotional state that you need to have before you start. And that's not true. It's often the other way round. Motivation sets in after you started working on something. You may have experienced this for yourself. You start working on something and then you discover that it was not that tricky after all, and maybe even quite interesting. And then you're motivated to work further. So motivation sets in after you started to perform a task. It's activity and action that induce motivation. And the same goes for low motivation as well. It's the consequence of a lack of activity. You're not motivated because you were not active. So this is why statements like, I'll be more motivated tomorrow morning, or I need to be more motivated before working on this, fall short. It doesn't work this way, and definitely not with scientific tasks. You can't wait for motivation to arrive like a train into the station. It won't come. And there's one more thing I want you to realize. If you sit at home in lockdown and you're rather inactive, you'll feel pretty bad about yourself because you get little done. You'll be dissatisfied, less confident, and as a result, less motivated to do anything. It's a vicious circle. And to gain motivation, you've got to break that vicious circle. You must actually start doing something meaningful to kindle your motivation. And we hear this over and over again from the scientists we work with. The start is the trickiest part. Once you're over that barrier, you gain momentum and then you get into the flow. Okay, that's the theory. And here's how you can snap out of low motivation with my 4 proven strategies. Number 1, schedule a task. If you're feeling low, the best way to start is to take a decision what to work on and schedule that task. This is the what and when. What are you going to work on and when exactly are you getting started? Write this down. Pick a single task to get started. That's all you need, and schedule it early in the day. You'll find it easier than later. Once the decision is made, stick to it. Strategy number 2, manage your expectations. Don't kill budding motivation by setting yourself an unachievable task. Don't expect yourself to read scientific papers all day, or to sit down and write that paper, or to write that research proposal. That's way too big for everyone, and you'll only fall into procrastination again. Instead, break down those scary, demotivating big beasts into smaller chunks that are not threatening. To stick to the example above, The task is not to do a massive amount of reading or to write an entire proposal. The task is to read a few specific papers, to draft first good ideas for that proposal. And once that is completed, you'll pick the next small piece until the puzzle is complete. Also, work in shorter bursts. No one's able to productively read or write for an entire day, not even during a lockdown. Decide on a time span of just 1 or 2 hours for one task, and during that time, focus intensely. Do it, and then you're off the hook. Strategy 3, establish a routine. Routines are automated behavior and will help you to work on difficult tasks. A routine is done without second thought. If you take a shower every morning, you're not questioning that anymore. You get out of bed, into the bathroom, easy. A routine that helps to stay motivated is to sit down and write or read bit by bit every day. One session every day, same time, same place. Keep this going for 5 to 10 days and you'll slide into a great routine that keeps the ball rolling. Strategy number 4, create a positive feedback loop. The last strategy helps you to sustain momentum. And you do this by creating positive feedback loops. You deliberately amplify your feeling of success and accomplishment after completing a task. So you actually start looking forward to working on it again. You are motivated. You can do this, for example, by ticking off a completed task on a task list. That's a very tangible measure of success. You can see the progress you've made, and that's motivating. Or at the end of a day, write down what went well and what you have accomplished on that day. Again, the focus is on your success. Or work with a reward after you completed a tricky task. Reward yourself. Then get the ice cream out of the freezer and Lost on Netflix. Enjoy it guilt-free because now you earned it. Right. I also promised to let you know how you can easily implement this for yourself. So go to the Smart Academics blog post number 51 and download my worksheet. Here you can fill in all the details and write down how you're going to apply the strategies. Like what you decide to work on and when you do it and so on. Use your budding motivation now and do this right now. I want you to return from the lockdown with a few great academic accomplishments under your belt. Enjoy your work and bye for now.